Okay, now thank you for staying with me. I know today is Friday and we have had a long first week, but let's go ahead and start our math with a little brain break. So I need somebody to pick a number between 1 and 11. First one to raise your hand. All right, Clara. Go ahead. What number?
1 plus 10.
So 11, that's going to be your number? All right, so I wish I could share it with you. I have a slideshow that has, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. That has different brain break activities. Oh, all right, so number 11 says, do 10 jumping jacks. All right, so here's our brain break. Here's our chance to get up and move. So those just popping on. Our brain break today is going to be 10 jumping jacks. So go ahead and stand up out of your chair and let's all do 10 jumping jacks. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Awesome job. Go ahead and get my board back. All right, catch your breath. Awesome. It's good to get our bodies up and moving sometimes. Helps the blood circulate in our brains so we can learn. All right, that was fun. And once again, we still don't have air in our building, so now I'm even more warm. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our problem. I only had 6 of you complete this on your Nearpod, so that's okay. We're going to go over it now. Let's go ahead and pull our board a little closer. All right, so I'm going to read our story problem to you. Okay, and we underlined important things in the story problem, right? Things that we needed to know. Hopefully you guys did that as well. Make sure in your Nearpods, I'm going to go ahead and mute somebody. All right. Make sure in your Nearpods to always click that blue submit button. Okay? Before you switch over to a new page, you've got to click that blue submit button down at the bottom so it sends that slide to me. Okay, it's not at the end when you're done with the whole lesson. It's each slide that you work on. Okay, make sure you click that blue submit button. I saw a few of you guys work on them in between, which is great, but we're going to go over the word problem together. So I'm going to read it to you. It says, 9 crayons are in a box. John takes out 5 crayons. How many crayons are still in the box? So hopefully on your Nearpod, you were able to underline some of those important things, okay? So what did we need to know in our story? What was important? What are we talking about? Clara? Crayons. We're talking about crayons in a box. Awesome. All right. Now, what are we trying to figure out in our story problem? Now that we know we're talking about crayons in a box. All right. Let's see. Kaden, do you want to share? Awesome. I just unmuted you. Go ahead and share with the class.
There's going to be 4 more crayons in the box after all this.
All right. We want to take a step back because we want to help those who might not know what they're doing because it's a tricky story problem. We want to know what we're trying to find out. So we're trying to find out how many crayons are still in the box. And you gave us that. You told us how many crayons, but that's the question that we needed to know. How many crayons are still in the box? So our important information we circled are our numbers. All right, so everybody go ahead and show me your math mat. Perfect. Okay, you're going to use your marker. I want you to look down. Awesome. Somebody used the number bond down at the bottom. So we're going to go over that together. I'm going to draw a number bond down at the bottom. Okay, I want yours to look like this. Turn it down just a little bit. All right, so our whole number is this one right here up at the top, and then our two parts is what we're trying to figure out. So do we know our whole number? We do. We already know the whole number. What is that big number? How many crayons are in a box? Carter? Go ahead and share.
9.
9. Awesome. So go ahead in your whole number spot, write the number 9. Perfect. Okay. Now we're trying to figure out the two parts. Okay. So how many does John take out? That was an important word. Take. Go ahead. Oh, yep, you were still on the camera. Awesome, Carter. Say it a little bit louder.
5.
5. Great job. John takes out 5. So that's one of our parts. Okay. Now, when we use that word take, okay, it is subtraction. Hopefully you watched that fun subtraction video. So we're going to take our whole number, 9. We're subtracting a part, which we know, 5, to get our whole, our number, our other part. Okay, so some of you, this is what we're trying to figure out. Some of you already know it, but I want you to share with the class how you figured that out. Okay, so right now you can use your marker. You can maybe draw it up here. Okay, now remember we're taking away. Or you can show me with your fingers. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to kind of work that problem out.
Something happened.
What's wrong, Jason?
Something's on my screen.
Maybe you have to flip back to the video. Did you click somewhere else?
Yep. Something popped up on the screen right there.
All right, who's ready to share how they solved this problem? What strategy did you use? Awesome, Clara. I see you just finished our number bond. Are you ready to share how you found that answer? All right, everybody, let's listen to Clara as she shares.
9 and 5 equals 4.
Let me go ahead and mute myself. All right, yes, you are correct. But how did you find out 4? Okay.
I wrote down the problem.
Yes. Okay, so you wrote down the problem, Clara, but I have 9 and 5. How do I know that it's 4? What strategy did you use besides writing down the problem?
5, take away 5.
Okay, there you go. So did you use your fingers or did you use your counters?
I already knew what it was, but I just did it on here so I could make sure I was right.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for sharing. Let's get somebody else to share how they found out the answer, and you can share it with the class. All right, Allison, go ahead.
I did it in my head.
What did you do? Oops. What did you do in your head?
The problem.
Okay, well, what numbers did we put in our head?
9 minus 5.
Okay, so you put 9 in your head. Did you count back 5? All right, let's all try that together, and maybe you did this same strategy. So let's put 9 in our head, and let's count back 5. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So we counted back 5, and what number did we end on? 4. Awesome. Allison and Clara already told us that. So you can go ahead and write the number 4 in your problem. Maybe a lot of you already knew that, but we need to make sure that we can also explain how we got there. Okay, so she counted back. Now, you could also use your counters. Now, if you used your counters, let's see, I'm going to put them up here. I have 9 counters. Okay, we had 9 crayons. Well, let's take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We took away 5, meaning we either X'd them out if we drew a picture, or we just took away our little counters from our mat, and we have 4 left over, meaning we only have 4 crayons in the box. All right, let's do another one. So now I'm going to just write a question down, and I want you to work it out. We're going to do another subtraction. Let's see. All right, so we have 10 take away 3. What does that equal? Now, some of you already have that answer in your head, so go ahead and be able to show me the strategy you used. Either you're counting back, if you have 10 in your head and you count back 3 like Allison said, or some of us already know what 2 numbers make 10. All right, Vedheer's already ready to share. Go ahead.
R7.
7. How did you get that?
Thinking from my brain.
Of course, all the answers come from our brains. But how did you put 10 in your head? Did you use your counters? Or maybe you just knew 3 and 7 make 10. Anybody else want to share how they got the answer? We want to be able to explain our strategy so it can help others when they're doing the question. All right, Kelton, you wanted to share? Go ahead.
I counted with my fingers.
Awesome. All right, can you show us how did you count with your fingers?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so if you start with 10, is that what you started with? Oh, thank you. Sorry, I try to mute myself when you guys are talking. That way the screen is on the speaker. All right, so he started with 10, our whole number, and then he counted 3 away. You took 3 away and it left you with 7 fingers. All right, awesome. So you can do it that way.
5 is this, so 11.
Perfect. Okay. Let's do one more, and I want to have you write the answer on the back and show me. Okay, so you're going to turn it on the blank side. I want you to write the question kind of like I just did with the answer. That's called our number sentence. So here we go. We'll have 9 take away 2. Go ahead and write that on the back of your mat, and then show me your answer.